Hello you beautiful bastard once again, I'm Petard and we got new information about the characters that will be fairly important in the Game of Thrones game. So let's get on with it. First on the list would be Lord Gregor Forrester, who is the lord of a strong northern house and a bannerman of the House Gloverath, who are in turn loyal to the great house in the north, the Starks. As a youth he famously armed wrestled Galbert Glover for the privilege of becoming the man's squire. Glover later joked that he'd gladly lose the match all over again. After his father died at the Trident, Gregor ascended to the lordship and married Elisa Brandfield to the behest of Robert Baratheon. Next on the list would be Lady Elisa Forrester, who was born to House Brandfield, a minor southern house that was destroyed when the Targaryen dynasty fell. In the aftermath of the defeat, Lady Elisa was married to Lord Gregor. She at first saw herself as a prisoner at Ironrath, but Gregor was kind to his young wife and she quickly grew to love him. Once their children were born, Lady Elisa embraced her role as the Forrester matriarch and silently swore she'd never see her family destroyed again. Next on the list would be RODRIK Forrester, Lord Forrester's firstborn son, who was trained from a young age to take on the burden of leadership. He's a man built for the position, a formidable presence both on and off the battlefield, but when Robb Stark called his banners to war, RODRIK was asked by his father to stay and protect their home, Ironrath. RODRIK refused, riding out into the battle with his father and leading the Forrester army into battle with such force that he is now feared among the Lannister soldiers. And then we have Asher Forrester, exiled son of Lord Forrester, and he has always been a rebellious youth, brawling in taverns, sleeping with whores, and finding ways to raise his father's ire. But his life took a dark turn when at age 17 he fell in love with Gwyn Whitehill, the eldest daughter of his father's bitter rival. Bloodshed ensued and Lord Forrester faced a grim choice: go to war or exile Asher across the narrow sea. He chose the latter. Asher remains in Essos to this day, living as a sellsword, trying not to think about the life he left behind. Next on the list would be Duncan TUTTLE, Castellan of Ironrath. As a boy, Duncan showed such talent for managing his family's farm that everyone assumed he'd one day take over. But Duncan was fated to run more than fields and a pigpen. In time, he struck up an unlikely friendship with Gregor Forrester, the heir to House Forrester. The two grew close, and when Gregor became lord, he named Duncan his Castellan. Many eyebrows were raised, but Duncan proved himself worthy and has served the house well in the many years since. Next we have GARED TUTTLE, Squire to Lord Forrester. GARED was raised on stories of heroism about the likes of Arthur Dane and Simeon Stareyes. Though the son of a pig farmer, he has always aspired to one day become a warrior himself. With the help of his uncle Duncan, who has risen from lowborn origins to become Castellan of Ironrath, GARED found work in Lord Forrester's stables, rising through the ranks to eventually be named his squire. GARED has served Lord Forrester throughout the long months in King Robb's army, and is ready to be warrior in his own right. After that we have RYON DEGORE, Ironrath's master at arms. He joined Lord Forrester's army after his family was wiped out by Ironborn during Balon Greyjoy's rebellion. DEGORE had a natural grasp of military tactics and strategy and came to play a crucial role in the siege of Pike that ended the war. In the months that followed, King Robert awarded RYON a knighthood and Lord Forrester asked him to serve as Ironrath's Master of Arms. Sir RYON still holds the position and is known for his military expertise, as well as his legendary temper. Next up would be MIRA, the eldest daughter of Lord Forrester. MIRA had always been fond of Ironrath, but Lady Forrester, wanting her eldest daughter to learn the ways of a southern court, arranged for MIRA to serve as a handmaiden to Margaery Tyrell. To MIRA's great surprise, she enjoyed attending on Margaery at Highgarden and followed her to King's Landing with enthusiasm. Life in the capital has not been easy for MIRA, as her straightforward northern ways are often at odds with the subtleties of court life, but she also has more gil than she realizes. Then we have Ethan Forrester, Lord Forrester's third-born son. Hailing from House Forrester, he is drawn to pursuits of the mind, particularly music and books. Ethan and his twin sister TALIA both shared a great love for the towering trees of Ironrath. He was young when his house joined the War of the Five Kings, and at the end of the war placed him into a role which he was unprepared for. Next would be Malcolm Brandfield, Lady Forrester's brother. As a young man, Malcolm was a black sheep of the Brandfield family. He liked to roam the countryside in the style of a hedge knight, refusing his father's offers of marriage and lands. Malcolm fought bravely alongside his brothers when House Brandfield fell, yet he and his sister were the only two survivors. Malcolm now lives with Lady Elisa's new family at Ironrath, though he still tends to disappear for weeks at a stretch. Malcolm has fathered no children, thus he is the last of the Branfield line. And now we get to Talia Forrester, Lord Forrester's youngest daughter. During her 4th pregnancy, Lady Forrester dreamed she would birth a daughter with a voice like the summer rain, but as fate would have it, she gave birth to a boy. The infant, Ethan, wailed for hours, until Lady Forrester entered the 2nd labor, this time birthing a girl. She named the girl Talia after her own mother, and from then on Ethan hardly ever cried. Her dream came true, for there's no sound at Ironrath more lovely than that of Talia singing as her brother plays the lute. Then we have Ryan Forrester. He is the Lord Forrester's 4th-born son, and he admires his older siblings. He's been spared from hardship as his childhood has been pleasant, and he's had little to no responsibilities to worry about. Spending hours chasing his siblings Ethan and Talia through the grove, Ryan is just a kid, but war cares not for your age. And then we have Master ORTENGRYN. He is the master of House Forrester, and originating from a minor house in the Vale, Master ORTENGRYN studied at the Citadel in the hope of being assigned to the Eyrie. But by the time he's earned enough links to his chain to graduate from Acolyte, Jon Arryn had been murdered and the South was in turmoil. The Citadel ultimately assigned Master ORTENGRYN to Ironrath, where he soon came to respect the Forrester family's honor and integrity. He now serves the Forresters with pride and has become a trusted advisor to the Lord. So those were all the characters that will presumably be important in the game, and I would like to speculate who the 5 playable characters will be. First will be Lord Gregor, because he is pretty much the head of the family and we will probably need to make some important decisions with him that will affect everyone else. Next up would be Asher. Since he got exiled to Essos and Telltale told us we will be visiting Essos, it is only logical to see him play a big part that will eventually connect both realms. I also think GARED TUTTLE will be playable, mostly because he served Lord Forrester and he now wants to be his own warrior, and we will need to help him achieve that. But then he will get tricked and sent to the wall. That's my assumption. Obvious choice would be MIRA, who is in King's Landing. I think we need a character who will always be in King's Landing, as there are a lot of secrets and awkward decisions that could be made in that environment. And finally, I think Ryan will be playable, as we need a child who has nothing to do with the war to break the tension. I think we will play him and throughout the episodes evolve his character to become a strong young man, or he'll just get killed in the 2nd episode. I hope you like my assumptions, we will soon find out the characters and I hope I'm right. Comment below and let me know what you think, who the playable characters will be. Maybe you get them right. Thanks for watching and I'll see you soon.